All right, Michael Cook here, reviewing two movies. One that I eventually want to see when I can actually watch it on Disney Plus, not premiere. Black Widow, and then also Shiva Baby. I haven't heard of Shiva Baby.
Yes, we have a big budget and an independent film. So
okay, cool.
What
are you going to do, Black Widow first?
Let's do Black Widow first.
Okay.
The big budget film starring Scarlett Johansson, part of the Marvel Universe. She, of course, plays Black Widow, a famed assassin who's a member of the Avengers. This is a standalone movie, and here in this film, we learn more about her backstory. How did Natasha Romanoff come to be? What was her family life like? Did she, she had a sister. Here, the movie begins, we all know what happens, sadly, to Natasha, in that she dies in the last Avengers movie. So this sort of takes place right around the time of the Civil War. We see her as a young girl with a sister, and then it flashes forward in time. The basic plot line is there's a group of other Black Widows who are assassins and being mind controlled by the evil Red Room, and there is a formula, a gas formula, that if blown in their face will get rid of the mind control. And so Florence Pugh plays Scarlett Johansson's long-lost sister, who is also a trained assassin. They're trying to, keep hold of this gas to try to free these Black Widows from their mind control. It's a the plot sounds messy to explain, but believe me, it does work when you're watching the film. Of course, as you can just see from these clips here, a lot of action, a lot of CGI that in my opinion is very...
that's real.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, you have to absolutely completely suspend disbelief. There's some great supporting characters in this movie. David Harbour plays Scarlett Johansson's father. Rachel Weisz plays her mother. And I just really enjoyed this film. This was long overdue to have a standalone Black Widow film. I enjoyed learning more about this Natasha Romanoff character and some of her motivations, which kind of helps flesh out some of the things she did in the previous film. David Harbour brings some great comedic moments to this movie, and there's also a lot of really good, just emotional pieces to this that really kind of hit you in terms of the relationship between the two sisters and some of the rivalry and love that comes along with any sibling. So all in all, I really enjoyed this movie, which is why I give this one a 9 out of 10.
No way, really?
Very well done.
A 9 out of 10 on a Marvel movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do we understand? Do we learn like the connection between her and Hawkeye, like why there was that closest friendship?
We don't. He's talked about it a little bit. I won't give anything away, but he's talked about it a little bit at there's an end credit, so stay for that. So
I love those. Those are the best part.
Now, the next movie to talk about is called Shiva Baby. This just premiered on HBO Max. It's an independent movie. Basic plot line is Rachel Shannat plays a young woman who she's in college, and she has a really messy personal life. She frankly has literally a sugar daddy, as they call them, and she has to go to a Shiva, which is the Jewish version of a wake. Her parents are forcing to go to this wake of this very distant relative that she doesn't even really remember, might be like a third cousin type of thing. And this, as the movie unfolds at this Shiva, her ex-girlfriend shows up and her sugar daddy shows up with his wife and baby, which she had no idea existed. So there's a lot of funny, cringe-worthy movies and awkwardness. Fred Melamed and Polly Draper play her parents and are just fantastically cast in this movie. And I call it like kind of a delightful chaos in this film, where it's all in this tiny little house, and everybody's, when you go to these kind of wakes or funerals, everybody asks you, especially if you're a young single person, are you dating anybody?
When are you going to get married?
What do you want to do?
Have you met so-and-so?
Yeah, exactly. And this young woman just does not have her life together, and it all comes crashing down on her in this afternoon at this Shiva. Rachel Shannat, I think, is just a fantastic actress and perfectly captures this awkwardness and messy kind of hotness of a life of this movie. I thoroughly also liked this film. I give it an 8 out of 10. So
okay.
a lot of fun, very worthy,
but some funny moments too.
A lot of funny moments. Exactly. I really enjoyed it. So if you want an independent movie, and also Black Widow's on Disney Premiere or Plus, whichever one, so you can see it in the theater.
Premiere now, but Plus, like November or
yeah,
something.
I don't know the difference, but or you can go to the theater, good old-fashioned theater.
Well, there is that option, right?
Exactly.
All right.